Everybody, it's Joe from the Strange Voyage Files. It is August 6th, 2026. Now, a couple months ago or so, I did a video. Was 1986 the year that basically killed metal, traditional metal? Because it definitely didn't do that for thrash. It was actually 86 was almost like a renaissance year for thrash. But as far as the classic metal, 86 is the year I always say that's where it all kind of went downhill. The great albums were gone, and we did have we still have some very good albums, but we lost that. From there on out, hair metal, the garbage bands like Poison and White Lion and whatnot came into, and Cinderella, Bon Jovi, all that crap came in to destroy things. So I figured on that what did I do? 83, my favorite band, my favorite albums of 83. So let's do my favorite albums of 86. So what do is I pull up Wikipedia and whatnot and see what line of albums came out in 86. I knew what the top ones were, and it's not going to be, if you follow me, you're not going to be surprised by the top albums. I mean, you guys know where I live, the classic metal, basically 70 to 90, Sabbath, Ozzy, Maiden, Dio, Kiss, that type of stuff. But there's a big surprise on this list, which surprised me because I saw this band. I have not listened to this album since the 80s. My number 10. And I was like, I gotta listen. I have to, just for nostalgia. And the backstory is, this was like how people discovered Iron Maiden. My buddy and I went to Rolling Stones Records, thumbing through records and whatnot, and he pulls this record out. And he goes, I don't know anything about this band. I don't know. But this album sleeve is awesome. I'm buying this album. And we went home, back to his house, and we listened to it a few times over the next couple months. And we really liked it. I just listened to it again. This could change somewhere down the line, but as of today, this is my number 10. And it is, again, you guys who know me, it's going to be very surprising. It is it is a death metal. It is, let me get it. And I don't even have this. So, I don't even have this. Like, there are albums on here I don't have on physical media that I'm going to use my tablet for. But I have them in my downloaded, my ripped library. I don't even have this. I have to get this. Torment and Fire by Sacrifice. This album is really good. And again, I listened to it again today for the first time. I mean, it had to have been since 88, 89. My buddy would and I would sit in his room and just listen to this and listen to this. And it really, really is a good dark metal album. What was the ones that were, let me get the picture out. Warrior of Death was awesome. Burned at the Stake is awesome. Sacrifice is awesome. I have to listen to this more. But this album is really good. And I know a lot of people, this has come up as I watched other people's videos. Sacrifice, great album. This was great. Evil, dark, death metal band. Or probably more of a black metal band, I guess. Death metal, yeah. No, death metal, that works. Great band. Great band. So that's number 10. That one is number 2. And number 9. Yeah, here's one I used to have on CD. I don't anymore, but I do have digital. Constrictor by Alice Cooper. Now, I will say, as far as Constrictor is concerned, it's not as good as Raise Your Fist and Yell. I always want to make sure there's no glare. But it still does have some good tracks on it. The Friday the 13th song, hang on, He's Back, I absolutely love. Teenage Frankenstein, I like a lot. Trick Bag and Crawlin' are pretty good songs. rest of them are okay. Life and Death of the Party kind of sucks. Throw My Gorilla, yeah, but it's not a bad album. It is not a bad album by any means. And I definitely would say it's a good solid number 9 for me. Number 8, this is where people are gonna like, are you out of your mind? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Should be number 1. Yeah, no. Master of Puppets. Great album. Absolutely love this album. No, I shouldn't say love. I like a good portion of this album. And I know most of you think this is probably not only the best Metallica album, not only the best album of 1986, but the best metal album of all time. No. Where this album is great, it is untouchable. Battery, Master of Puppets, Sanitarium, Damage are untouchable. The rest of them never did much for me. I know that's kind of heretical, but it is. But it's still, I mean, where I love it, it's still a great album. So it definitely makes the list. The next one is, are people going to go nuts that this is, I like this better than Master of Puppets. 5150. And I just did the Van Halen ranking. And yes, this used to be number 1 for me of the Van Halen albums. That is not the case anymore. But it's still a really good album. Why Can't This Be Love? I absolutely love Love Walks In. The other songs, I mean, like songs like Dreams and Summer Nights that I used to really like, they're still good. Whatnot. 5150, the song, I do still really like. So I do still think this is a pretty good album. And I'm happy to have it on my top 10. What's next? What is next? Okay, going back. There's another one I actually don't even physically own. And I actually credit this one to Sirius. Because I would never have listened to this, and I do have to buy it, if it wasn't for hearing it on Sirius. Striper, To Hell with the Devil. And I guess they'd fall into hair metal. I guess so. I never really got too into Striper, but every song I heard off of Sirius XM from this album I really liked, and so then I did listen to the album. I don't own it, but I did listen to it streaming, and it is a really good album. The title track is awesome. Free, which I believe was one of the singles, is great. Holding On is great. All of Me is great. Yeah, this album really impressed me. So if this, I guess this would fall into hair metal. So I guess I like them and Warrant. So I'm okay liking Striper and Warrant. Or at least this album. Heard nothing else from Striper. Never heard anything else from Striper. But I really do like this album. And I'm very good with it being number 6. Number 5. Another one I used to own when I sold my CD collection. It went when I will have to get. I mean, this one, my God. Peace Selves. What a phenomenal album. It's gonna switch on day to day as to this one or Rust in Peace being my favorite Megadeth album, but it's tough. I mean, the title track itself is an absolute legend. Wake Up Dead, The Conjuring, My Last Words. You do not go wrong with this album. You absolutely do not go wrong with this album. Much like Black Sabbath, I think the rest are all physical media. Yep. Talk about this way. Hope you guys saw that on that when I had to use this without a glare. I'm way too lazy to put the picture. I could do it. I'm just really lazy. Much like Black Sabbath and Ozzy splitting, and we got 4 great albums when that happened. I'm very happy that Dave Mustaine was kicked out of Metallica because we got so many great Megadeth albums. We got a phenomenal band. So, Peace Cells. You can't touch Peace Cells. You just can't. It's so iconic. Next one is, if I didn't do this last week, it wouldn't even be on the list, but man, do I love this album now. Angel Witch, Frontal Assault. This is the one I told. This is my favorite Angel Witch album, even over the first one. I love this album. My God, I'm telling you, get this album. Please download it because it's a pain in the ass to get. But, I mean, everything. Frontal Assault, Dream World, Religion, She Don't Lie. I have been listening to this album. This album is absolutely incredible. Give Angel Witch another chance. Do it with this, in my opinion. This absolutely is my number 4. Yep, number 4 is solid number 4. Right behind the legends that you guys would know are going to be next. All right, next one. Yeah, now we get into Sabbath, 7th Star. I really like this album. Again, as we all know the backstory, it's supposed to be a Tony Iommi solo project, but the record company won't let him do it. But, I mean, 7th Star, the call of the 7th Star is unbelievable. No Stranger to Love is awesome. Danger Zone, Angry Heart. I mean, just, there's nothing bad off his album. It's a shame that it wasn't, they didn't know what to do with it, which was kind of the problem. Now, I was watching Phil Aston Now Spinning magazine, and he comes up with the CDs of this and Eternal Idol. Right Now Spinning. This is, if I got the name of that wrong, I can't remember anything. Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? Any rate, but he pulls out the CDs, the remix from the Record Store Day. I think this was 2025 and Eternal Idol was 2025. This is 2026. And when I did the vinyl, is this the Record Store Day one? Yeah, this is the Record Store Day one. Got the vinyl. I think for this one, I even said, "Oh, this is just the final." This is, they finally released the vinyl of this album, but it was the deluxe edition. It's not. It's a new edition. How many different remasters are we going to have? I may actually talk about that in another video. I think I may. Number 2, Somewhere in Time. I know this was a controversial album for a lot of people. This was a definite, this is synth with Iron Maiden. A lot of people walk away from Iron Maiden at this point in time. It's like, this is not my Power Slave Maiden. This is not my Number of the Beast Maiden. I'm done. They betrayed me. I'm walking away. I don't feel that way. Wasted Years, Sea of Madness, Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner, Heaven Can Wait, Stranger in a Strange Land, Deja Vu. All these songs are great. I absolutely love every single song. Absolutely number 2. Number 1, you guys know. Ultimate Sin. Told you in that video a while ago which albums I've listened to the most. I listen to this album multiple times a day for a year, 18 months. Ultimate Sin is absolutely the best album of 86 by far. Not one bad song on this album. You have this powerhouse writing team of Jakey Lee and Bob Daisley, who gave us Bark at the Moon and then come back with another unbelievable grand slam. I mean, and the deep tracks are great. Never is a great song. Fool Like You, Never Know Why. I love this album. Absolutely the best of 86. So those are the albums that I think are the top 10 of 1986. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. I will see ya